Looks good. All cash games, that's what we're going with. On the list for 4 or 5 more tables, we'll see how I feel. Coming back at 2280. Let's just play some cash. Ooh. I was going to say, traffic does like to 3-bet a lot, but usually not when I'm opening this big. And the 4-bet is kind of hilarious. I think he's actually got something really good. But the 4-bet coming in is super strong. He may just be forcing it. He sometimes does that. Who are you? One of those players who doesn't seem to like to not see flops, so we may have a weird one here. Well, that's a pretty good one. I mean, the only real problem here is pocket 7s, right? I mean, I could check it, but I don't think we get very far doing that. I mean, traffic can have anything. Small world can have anything. I think we have to take this one here. This can be way more straight draws than flush draws. This can be more flushes than anything else. And that is that table. I think I'm gonna... Yeah, I think I want to be here. Spin moves seats, and I move seats right after him. That's funny. It's a pretty good one. I do think I want to check it, though. And if we don't get anything here, we're probably not going to get anything. So I think betting bigger is better. Ace on the riv. Can my opponent have a full house? I guess. try to bet something kind of suspicious. It's a scary bet because we can get raised a lot there by bluffs. Definitely like this seat much better. Shouldn't be too many aces out here. It's a good turn. We see the lead out. I'm going to go ahead and raise pretty big. Hopefully catch spin with 2 pair. Yeah. I think we're just better off making it big there. Making him overplay a hand like king jack, queen jack more than likely. 10-9. What you looking for?
My headphones. Stay off my nightstand.
That would make sense.
Should you move?
Oop, that was another table. I was just wondering when that was going to pop up. Well, thank you. Can we move this over a little? That's not so bad. Isn't that like in between the head and the thing there?
Probably.
I think we can go ahead and bet here. Pretty small. Shouldn't be up against too many aces. So, looks stronger. 10 was probably good anyway, but always better to make it look like what you're trying for. Go to the bigger buy-in tables. I don't know why. Oh, I see why. Oh, I see exactly why that's getting more action. Alright. Hopefully we'll get on that one. Gotta get you those little tracking pegs.
I found it.
Oh, was there?
Hmm?
I said, oh, it was there. Nice.
Yeah.
Thought I saw it on the edge of that thing. Must have just fallen down. Say we should get you those little tracking stickers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ta-da. Reminds me of that Kevin James, when he did his comedy, he had a joke about how pulling up to the drive-thru at Taco Bell and having exact change, like $4.18 or whatever, and then he drops the dime and he's like, motherfucker, and he's like, it's right between the car and the thing. He's like, I can see it, I can feel the ridges.
I'm gonna pay Rico to come next week for the second week of May. I don't know. So come clean the house,
That's nice.
like legit cleaning. But then also when he's done, he could disappear for an hour or so, and that'd be great.
I'll try. This player's kind of a hero. I'm gonna check. I don't see this as a great bluffing opportunity. I'm gonna keep checking. He's gonna have a jack a ton, but my king high is gonna be good occasionally. Like he's gonna have like pocket fives or something, sevens maybe. Pocket eights, and he got counterfeited. So it's not really worth blasting at him. I don't know why you call there if you're not gonna ever take the initiative to win the hand. Funny though, one shot and that's all I need. Alright, I got this one. Why is that so much bigger than that one? Blech. I think we want to go ahead and bet the ace. Pretty heavy. You don't see a lot of checked flush draws here, so... take it down. I will take it. Ooh. 1 versus 2. That's rough. In the blinds, no less. Wow. Blind versus blind. How did that go? They both called the raise. Both flopped the flush. Bet minimum on the flop. Call. Bet's huge. Re-raise. Jam. Wow. That's sick. Pretty coolery. Still 3 more tables. I think I want 1 more. Since they're all 50s. Going to be a little awkward, but kind of like the sizing. Queen of the turn's not my biggest concern, but I think it's the best way to get money out of this player is to check. He's going to have some 10 jacks. He's going to have some queen jacks. He's going to have some pocket sevens. Can he have king queen? Not 100% sure. Wow. Does he have pocket sevens, really? Criminally underbluffed. He's more of a call you guy than a bet, so I'm just going to give it up. I think I was ahead on the flop. I think I got drawn out on. I think he took one off with ace-queen. Meanwhile, ace-jack paid me. Nice.
I've got to buy myself a Rice Krispie treat.
Nice.
Going to warm it under my boot.
Make the flush. Let's keep checking here. And we can take one off here. I'm just going to check call all the way here. I thought he'd go for it. He's got to be tired of my shit. But I guess he just can't bluff. He actually had showdown. He had an 8. I didn't think he had anything. I think if he has ace high here, he just goes crazy. I think I'm gonna... Well, let's take a look. How's it look? Not great. I think I'm gonna stick with 6 for a minute. Raise, small 3-bet, jam for the stack. Fold, fold. I think we just lose to ace high here. Ace 4. Why even raise it? Jesus, like... Wow. Raise, raise, re-raise, calls. Bets half pot, little under. Check, check. Wow, when that 5 comes off, they should only be betting. And a bet call for, wow. Like what? And then the kings to bet on the end is awful. Like you're not getting 4-bet by queens, man. Like, Like it was a raise, 3-bet, 4-bet, call. Like, why are you betting kings on the end? Wow, that's awful. Nobody's 4-betting fucking queens. Not in this fucking game. Maybe the check on the turn was smart by spin, but I think it was done more out of fear. Has he really only been here like 20 minutes? 15 minutes, Jesus. He wins a monster in that one. And he had ace-king before and he cracked kings. He's just cracking kings all over the place. With 2 overs and a flush draw, and he fucking hit the runners for the straight. Wow. So there's a raise from the small. He re-raised, got 4-bet, called. Flush draw comes off, and they get it in. What's this one? And then that happened. I think this table's okay. It's not great, but it's okay. I think Dane here will be the reason.
I'm trying to warm it under my boob, but it's poking me.
Like you're insulted by the Rice Krispie treat.
I'm insulted by the packaging, that's
How
for sure.
dare you, sir? They do package those like batteries, though. I will
really
say.
do.
They fucking.
It's terrible. Just want to get to my fucking marshmallows.
I just reheard a some comedian. I think it was Ellen DeGeneres actually. It was used as a sound on a TikTok, and she was saying that like, why are we trying to keep people out of batteries? Like
Right.
Batteries are these huge, like the plastic. It's insane, and you need like a fucking chainsaw to get in there. And then she's like, meanwhile, light bulbs, just a thin cardboard piece of paper. No, they'll be fine. It's not even open,
Right.
closed on the end. It's like, it was really a really funny. It was Ellen, yeah. It was just a really funny, like, yeah. What the fuck are we doing?
Right.
Yeah, like this for a limp pot.
You have to just like rip through the Rice Krispie treat package.
I think I'm just going to call this one. I've been 3-betting it, but without it being a squeeze, I think it's actually better as a call here. Because, like, if somebody, like, if Halama had called, we could have squeezed it. Like, because now we're just miles ahead or miles behind, so we just kind of have to go from there. I do think we can bet the turn here. Sometimes we get called by, like, a pair of 10s or jacks. Ace in the river. We're just betting for protection, basically. If he has ace-queen, it kind of sucks. We're only going to get raised by something really good, but I can't check there because I'm going to get bet at, and the bet is going to be much bigger than my bet. Like, my bet communicates I have a good hand I'd like to show down. In order to raise it, they have to have a monster, which they just never have there. So I think that's a great case for the blocker bet. Because the ace shouldn't mean anything unless Spin's just kind of feeling his oats. 8 full tables of 50 and L. Well, I guess I spoke too soon. This one's about to go down. No, no. Some of these tables are on life support, but I'm just going to kind of stay with where I'm at. I'm just going to call the jacks. Same reasoning. Just because getting 3-bet would be, or getting 4-bet would be a fucking disaster. Goes check, check. We're going to bet half pot on the river. Try to get called by ace high. Nice. Pocket 7s. Could have gotten a lot more there, I think. Well, not really. If I 3-bet him pre-flop, he's going to look for an excuse anyway to fold, so I think it's fine. It's a good bet.
I got new cuticle diamond bits.
Mm.
Got them for $5 a piece.
I remember the UPS guy knocking on the door. Yeah.
Yeah.
He was like half asleep.
I didn't realize it was a coarse diamond ball bit.
Look at Serge. What you got? Is that for me? Must be for me. I think that's okay. Yeah, I think this table's done. This table ought to fill in once the other one, once this one goes down. It's a stupid bet. Ace on the river is not great. I am going to bet it for value. Sometimes we get called by king, queen, or ace 10.
Ooh, that's such a
But
pretty color.
if I get raised, it's just an easy fold. Check.
So glad.
I don't think I want that one.
You were opening nail polish and make you moist.
No. For multiple reasons, no.
Well, I
If I get moist, I have to go to the hospital. Also, I don't open nail polish. These are two of the primary reasons why that's never happened to me.
Wow. That nail polish just made me so moist right now. Like, it was so... I'm like so aroused right now by that nail polish. I've been wanting like, oh, do my nails. Doing my nails.
You gotta like doing emergency nails right now.
I'm low-key like, shit, should I go in there and do it? I'm like, no, you have a client tomorrow. Rest your back. I kind of want to go and do it because I just want to put that color on.
I mean, you could just do polish change, couldn't you?
Well, at this point, I might as well just do a fill.
Yeah.
Or just wait a few days, which is probably smarter.
How long ago did you do yours?
Like the 7th, 8th,
Oh, okay.
like 10 days ago?
That's not too bad.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying, like, it's kind of in that between, like, can't just do a polish change, but I also could just give it a few days.
Hang on, babe. So, traffic opens big. I do think we have to re-raise pretty big. So many outs. I thought that was going to be more. Yeah. Oh well. King's the next hand. Oh, let somebody raise here. I think we're gonna... Obviously we're calling this player. He's got a pair. Ace King and you just called pre, you deserve to lose. See? Told you. Don't trap with Ace King suited with your 30 fucking blinds, you moron. He is. He got exactly what he deserved. So we see a raise and a re-raise. I don't like 4-betting the jacks, especially since I just re-raised the last 2 pots. But I think this is my minimum to call. I think queens I would 4-bet anyway. This isn't the worst. Really? This is kind of... Do you ever have Ace King here? It's very much less likely now. I'm just going to put him in. Sometimes I'm just getting crushed here by a set. But yeah, they were just fucking around. I'm really surprised they folded. Like, put in that much money? I guess they're just... Oh, they're at that fuck it point of the night. A little more. There we go. That was fucking weird, though. Like, just raised me right on the flop. Maybe they thought I had Ace King and was thinking about folding and then saw the Jack come off, or saw the King come off. I thought about re-raise jamming the flop, but it just seems so unlikely. Because the guy only had 27, like... I mean, it just, like, is he getting it in with Ace Jack here? I mean, I bet small, he raises me. And then he bets half pot. I mean, I guess... I probably should have just called because I'm never folding to that river jam. And what's going to happen? Like, I kind of want him to... Yeah, maybe I made a mistake there. I mean, it's not much, but... That's weird. Yeah. He was just ditching the stack. Guess we would put this up here.
Look at this casual low-key
begging. Yeah. Over the shoulder begging. There's a sound going around on Twitch from somebody. It's from one of the drag race things, and every time somebody does something that's like casually natural and gay, somebody just plays the sound that goes, "Looks like they've made some very strong LGBTQ choices." So like the over the shoulder begging is, you know, they're making some very strong LGBTQ choices. I heard a great joke that said. This comedian goes, "This is my friend who's gay," and this was Mateo Lane, I think, saying it, so he's like flaming. But he goes, "And you guys think I'm gay? This guy's really gay. Like his driver's license photo is over the shoulder." I think we can call here. Queen's not bad. Pick up the flush draw. It does make straights possible, but I do think... I think we want to raise that for sure. This just kind of ensures value when he's on a pure draw, like just a bare 10 or 10 jack or something. And it also kind of keeps us control the pot. Now we check. Yeah, he's got 10s, see? But he's not going to give us any more on the river if he misses. So raising there is important. Can't be the 10 of clubs. It's just so obvious he has a 10 there. 2 10s didn't fucking 3-bet. He wins $3. That's kind of bad. This player posted in. That is not enough, sir. It's not enough. Just mitigating his entire range by making those huge raises pretty. This player's kind of trash. I'm going to end up getting him.
You gave me the box to these headphones that had the extra pieces in it, didn't you?
I believe so. I think you put it in there. Either that or it's underneath.
Maybe it's on the bottom. Cause
yeah. So spin coming out of second. I do think I want a 3-bet. Just because I think if I call, I get 3-bet behind more often. I'm going to give up the king-queen here. Under the gun, it's kind of on my line. And I don't think this table's passive enough. Plus, there's a few short stacks. Get 3-bet. You win. Spin's got solid ranges, but sometimes he forgets position. Spin now 3-betting on the squeeze. Alright. I wonder. I'm going to call it. It's always weird when you get called pre-flop multi-way with kings. Almost kind of a donkey. I'm going to check for pot control and see what happens. Well, unless they have 7-8, I'm pretty good here, so I'm going to check jam. I don't think they ever had me. I don't think I needed the king. Yeah, ace-10. Yeah, all it did was kill my action. That was a good check on the flop there, or on the turn. This is kind of meh. Yeah, I gotta look that one up. That's kind of. Yeah, I think I gotta look that one up. That one, I think I'm supposed to call, but I'm not sure. I mean, I'm out of position, though. It's kind of half pot. I probably should have called it, I think. Limp fold in first. Don't think we fold yet. Yeah, that's fine. I'd have to go bet there, and I still don't know if traffic gives it up, so it's fine. Oh, raise this one. Huh. I'm just gonna keep checking. I think I want to switch seats here. Yeah, what am I doing? They could just have me crushed. God damn it, somebody else took the fucking seat. I took too long. But it's a player that I definitely want to play against, so if anybody had to take the seat, I'm glad it was them. He's out of first from our donkey friend. Obviously like the ISO. I wouldn't mind numbers jamming here. He's jamming all pairs and ace queen, honestly. He's kind of loose with the jams when he feels like he's gotten committed. Nice. A little bit of opening range. Ooh, Royal, look at that. Did they bet the river for value, or did they just show it off? They did. Look at that. Got paid by Lin J. This is the player I want to play against, so I'm going to raise big. Can look like bullshit out of the blinds, too. They're either contemplating a re-raise or showboating before the fold. Well, that was easy. Hold. God damn it. Come on. Fucking moron. Re-raise jam 50 and just fucking crack my aces immediately. Fucking loser. God fucking damn it. It's the fucking fish. Literally said this is the player I want to play against. They open, I fucking raise 12 big blinds, they jam 100 right into my fucking aces. And just hit the fucking 2-outer. Son of a bitch. It's so annoying. I'm gonna check this one and try to get bluffed. No? Small raise out of traffic. 3-bet. What do you have, King? 8-7 gut shot. I mean, I'm right to check. I think if the board doesn't pair, they might do it. Look at this. Jacks, crack kings. Like, Jesus Christ. Fuck. That sucks. Alright, get over it. This is one of those ones, if I'm going to play the ace-jack, I got to raise. It's a silly bet, but I think he's just got more equity than me. Can't say I don't know the target, though. He's going to give it all away, too. That's a good raise. Cold call. No thanks, I was just kidding anyway. Get called by the big blind, not great. Because I'm very likely to have a 7, but he's second most likely. Well, I'm going to check now, and maybe he'll bluff a flush draw. King 9, same hand. I think we've got to call 1 here. Not sure about this, but I think they have too much equity for me to call. Check that one. Going to re-raise. I really thought numbers would go off for the stack there. Queen 9. So when 3-betting, betting here would not be good. Because they're going to have ace-king sometimes, and betting's going to serve no purpose. So I'm going to check the flop at the turn. The theory is sound. Los limping in first. I mean, it doesn't really matter if he re-raise whatever. He's got fucking 28 blinds. Which is not enough. Decision time. Is this aces or is this a flush draw? Ace jack. Oh, and he hits the jack on the turn.
What a good fucking read, and he fucking hits it. 3 outed on the turn. Limp the ace jack. Jesus fucking Christ. Can I make a better fucking play? Really? I think I have to call this based on history. Nice. Ace high good. Shouldn't do that, bro. I literally have the specific note on him to call those bets. It's the one card I didn't want to see. And the good news is if it checks down, I win. Alright, we got a chance. I mean, does traffic ever just calling an ace pre? This is kind of... That's a huge bet. Sometimes that's a king, but honestly I'm calling for a chop there, so I'm just going to give it up. This bet is nowhere near enough. I think they just have an ace at minimum. Lots of sixes. Really? I mean, this is never a fucking 6. Well, the 8 makes my life much easier. It just sucks because it kills my action. Yeah, I have a 3, bro. I was even free rolling the flush on you. What did you have? 2 pair? Ace Jack. Guy's nickname is Player 151. I know what he's going for there, but you just made yourself named Player Paper. Like he's going for Fahrenheit 451, but the reason why that title of that book was there is because that was the temperature at which paper burns at. So, paper player? Meaning easily beatable? I have no interest in this pot. Re-raised by Soj. Alright. Right in the door. I mean, that's a lot of ace-queens. It should be a lot of kings. It should be a lot of aces, ace-king. I think we just call and just check call, or just call down unless we see something insane. I mean, if he sucks out on me, it's whatever, but I'm just calling. Well, unless he has queens, I'm good. Aces. That's nice to get those. Aces are not surviving today. It was nice to get that. I mean, I'm in position. He could have checked the turn. Like, he didn't have to bet this. Like, he really did not have to bet this. Like, on the turn here. Like, if he checks turn, I'm going to bet, and I'm not going to bet that much. I'm going to bet, like, half pot. Then we're going to go to the river with like 40 in the pot, and I'm going to have 45 left. If he checks, I'm going to bet like 25. So he could save himself 15 bucks. He doesn't have to. And it's kind of bad, right? I mean, it's not awful with aces, but if you're going to do that, why bet so big on the turn? Why not just like check turn and then overbet jam river, right? I mean, I'm never folding, obviously, but... I'll raise him here on the river. I feel like he had king jack, but I'm not sure, so that's why I didn't want to raise before the river. What'd you have, bro? Queen 10. I was right. I had him drawing dead. Fold this one, fold that one, raise it up, fold. Yeah, I got it all. Yeah, I was just making sure. I don't mind this. I'll ditch this one. It's too much money on the table. I think if it was offsuit, I would 3-bet this, but suited, I think it's too valuable. Like, I don't want to get blown off this one. Gut shot. Helmut should be betting pretty big. It's a 4-way pot. I mean, I don't know if you'd ever check an overpair here. Oof. I think typically we're going to see this one get checked down. If we are going to see a bet, it's going to be here. I mean, like from Lin J. Yeah. It's a good bet. Ooh, don't know about this call. I mean, this should be 2-pair, right? I mean, they're in first position, though. They could have a set, I guess. Whoa, that should be a set only. I'm going to go for the small bet here. Sometimes he's got a queen, but I kind of doubt it. This raise is kind of hilarious. Is that ever like 10s or 9s? 8 on the riv. I think we need to go for this one. He can have a lot of flush draws. My ace-king is good. No pair good. What the fuck is that? Do you believe this shit? Call me with ace high. What? I'm bluffing. Thought I was. Guess I was value betting. What the fuck is that? Wow. Wow. Like, I'm betting the turn so he doesn't turn whatever garbage he has into a bluff. And I control the pot. I could see calling one and, like, setting that up. But when I bet the river, it's like, what are you... You're just calling? So, these are kind of sticky. There's really not much here for him, but sometimes players will call you with, like, gut shots and pairs and, like, 6-7 or, you know. Sometimes they have shitty queens, queen jack. Then you can bet flop, check turn, bet river pretty big. They try to, like, hero you. Hey, got some people here. Good to see you guys. guy under the gun and did that? What happened there? Let's take a look. So, big open versus the limper. Oh, I hit another jack on him. He's supposed to have a lot of sets here. I'm going to bet big in case he does. Ah! Hit another set in the top right. Hit another set of jacks. That's funny. So bets big, then bets half pot on the flop, gets called. Bets half pot on the turn, gets called. Check, check, river. Ace 5. Jesus. Flop a straight, that's not worth much. Call. Backdoor flush, that's not worth much. Check. There's no way to get value here unless he bluffs. Like, because everybody's going to think you have ace king for no fucking reason. He had 10 jack, he had 2 pair of the turn, counterfeited him. This is fucking hilarious. I guess. Huh. Traffic's real. That's bum hunting. That's what that is. I respect it. That's really good. Ten's okay. It's a good card. Yeah. Just good a ton. What do you have? 10-8? Wow, that's funny. That's why I didn't 3-bet, because you don't want those hands to fucking go away. Yeah, this is really interesting. I think this is player specific. Like, I think that was a target. I think we saw traffic target an utter fish. That's fascinating. Spin under the gun. That is how big that raise has to be. I'm calling if traffic jams. Nope. I've seen him do it with every pair and ace queen. Ace queen suited. I've just seen it too many times. He gets kind of aggravated when he's on my right, but then again I get aggravated when I'm on his right, so fair play. Hey, what's up, Rampage? Going pretty good, man. Just started playing again about an hour ago. We're up 100 and change. This is on the line, but it was 6-handed when we started, or 7-handed when we started the hand. So I'm just gonna limp this one. I don't know why Spin's limping. am suspicious of it. Having an ace is nice here. I do think we want to bet. Spin donks at me. I'm going to check this one. Ace on the river sometimes, or sometimes he's just got an ace. Does he ever have a queen here? Sometimes, I guess. I think we want to bet here. He overbets the pot. Okay, queen 10 is good, bro. NJ calling. My only problem here is if that race comes off, it's like a deuce. Ooh, that 9. I think we just go for what we can get. Yeah, I think they have a bad ace. They could have a jack, like king jack. Ace 10. Well, you should have raised that one pre-flop, bro. When I say bad ace, I mean ace that I beat, obviously. But having two pairs, the nuts. I really would think, though, that it would be more ace 8, ace 7. But, I mean, some players don't 3-bet from the small blind in a limp pot because they just think everybody's trapping them. Which nobody was. Gut shot and spade draw. Make the top pair. I mean, how often does he have a 9? Never, right? I really thought he'd bluff it. I don't think I can ever fold on that line either. He had pocket 3s. Those weren't even good bluff, like good bluff sizing. Like, he made it so easy for me to keep calling. This is a bad raise. I will take the price. Ugh. This has to be an ace on the flop. Just had my 4 wisdom teeth pulled a little while ago, so I'm not very comfortable. Yikes. You had all 4 at once? Dude. I had my first wisdom tooth pulled when I was 17. And about every... I think it was about every 5 to 7 years after that, I had another one done. Can I get back in on this table? I kind of doubt it. No, I gotta wait like another 20 minutes. That's crazy, man. Good to get them all done at once, though. Because, God, that shit can fucking fuck you up. I was working at Pizza Time when I had the first one pulled. And, I was sitting there and I was in just utter agony. And, so I literally, I called my dentist, made an emergency appointment. And my boss, Bobby, was ready to fucking kill me because it was right before dinner rush. And I was like, dude, I gotta go. I got a doctor's appointment, blah, blah, whatever. He's like, nothing's wrong with you. You're fucking, 19 years old or whatever the fuck I was, blah, blah. And I'm like, Bobby, I got a fucking wisdom tooth I gotta pull out. And he went, oh my God. And he literally did the sign of the cross. And he went, go, it's fine. I found out later, Bobby had almost died getting wisdom teeth pulled. Like, he had some kind of crazy surgery, and then he almost didn't come out of the anesthesia, and it was a whole thing. But he immediately gave me the time off, and he actually paid me for that day, which I thought was really nice of him. But I came back after I had it pulled, just to, like, say thank you and all like that, and just mouth packed with gauze. And it was just horrible. And he was like, get the fuck out of here. I can't even look at you. My face was all swelled. I mean, I don't know what the point of this is. We're raising it just so nobody else does. Plus, it makes my raise look so much stronger when he raises out of first and I re-raise. But this raise, I'm not even counting. This is his dumb little bullshit. I want to see the flop raise. Sometimes it's a trap raise. Let me just take it down. I mean, he created that situation. You at the dentist? Yeah, that was like another 10 years before I had the next one pulled out. I remember I was out here in Vegas for the last 3. And I was like, yeah, I was like 27 when I got the second one pulled. And that was a fucking nightmare. Went in for a regular cleaning and he was just like, I think you have a wisdom tooth problem. And I was like, really? I haven't noticed it. And he like took the little hook and tapped it and it went, and it was like, oh my God. So the guy spent like a shitload of time. It was like 3 hours he was sitting there wrenching on this fucking tooth. And we were like 2 hours in and he's like, you need a break? And I'm like, yeah, I actually would like a break. Are we almost done? And he's like, maybe half. I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. And eventually he got it out. And when it was over, like he took a break. And when it was over, he was like, the last one, oh, that was the third one. Yeah, the second one was still in Florida. I knew he hit the fucking queen. I knew I should have raised a fucking re-raised pre-flop and bet the flop, but that's just so specific that he hits the queen. It's ridiculous. But, yeah, the second one was in Florida, too. Yeah, that was the third one. Because when it was all over and I was stitched up and he had given me the aftercare and all like that, you know, his dental hygienists were giving me the rundown on how to take care of it. And I was like, yeah. Gives me the meds. The dentist comes back in the room and he goes, look, that other tooth is going to have to go fairly soon. And I don't think it's a good idea for us to do it the same way. And I went, yeah, plus it was probably really difficult. And he goes, honestly, that's what I'm saying. So I'm going to give you the referral now to go to a sedation dentist. And that's where they just put you to sleep. And they take the last tooth. So he says, the instant you feel a little bit of pain, just call this number, set it up. You've already got the referral. It was like 3 or 4 months later. And sure enough, you know, the tooth was giving me a problem. And I called the thing. They said, yep, we've already got you, you know, got the referral. I set it up. I went in. They put the mask on me. And they said, count back from 100. And I was like, 96, 92. And just went out. And I think I like just calling here, honestly. Ugh. And then I just woke up. I don't even remember it. I was just like, lights out. Then I woke up. And my roommate was there, and he took me home. And it's actually the one that all the other ones had like these big socket holes and jagged scar tissue and all like that. The last one was the only one that was like no real problem. It even healed super quick. Like, and I remember talking to the dentist about it afterwards, my dentist, and you know, because he had to take those stitches out, and he was like, yeah, he's like, when the person's sedated, he's like, you can just kind of do things that you can't do with them being awake under local, so it's actually easier and it causes less damage. And I would recommend that to everybody and their mother. I was going to do that. Honestly, I don't like it from out of position if I can't 3-bet it, and I don't think anybody's going to fold. See, and now I'd be in a situation where I don't know if the ace is good. Yeah. I think I folded the winner, but I think theoretically I think this was the correct fold. I have to either 3-bet it or fold. This is the problem. I mean, this guy's a fish, though, but... Just quads. He's got 20 bucks. I don't know why you don't just 3-bet it. I'm representing the flush here. Nice. Hey, lots of people here. Appreciate you guys. I think I have to call this one versus this player. I don't love this, but I think we can just ABC. Looks like there's a little bit of a sync video or issue with the audio, so you might want to refresh your streams, guys. It's synced up on my side, but I refreshed my stream and it caught back up. So if you're noticing it's a little out of sync with what I'm saying, these are tempting, but I just out of position. I just don't think. I mean, it's definitely in the range, but you're going to see wacky shit like this too. Like, what's going on here? And then I'd have a 10. Sometimes this ace is good. Usually I'm beat by like ace-jack or something. Sixes? The fuck did you have? I really thought the other guy was the one. He had 4-7 of hearts. Okay. Get re-raised pretty big. Cost me 6 to call to win 12, 18 plus his stack, 56. Yeah. No. Wait a minute. No. I have to fold. He made that raise way too huge. What is this? This player donks at it. I think I have to call one. Ooh. He checks. I think we bet the river. He can have a queen sometimes, but I kind of doubt it. What'd you pay me with? Do you have ace-7? What are you doing? He had ace-7. Look at that. Why you betting that? Don't you know I can smell that on you? Well, if nobody has a queen, they can't call. That's not true. What did you learn? That's a nice one. Interesting. I don't think I would fold an ace. I think sometimes this can be queens, but I don't think I'm going to get to the showdown profitably. So there's way too many scare cards there. Yeah, I went in absolutely no idea they were going to be pulling them, and I almost said no because I wasn't ready. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of rare to do all four at once, but fun fact about dentists that I learned is that as far as charging for things goes, this is from growing up and our family dentist actually being a good guy. He used to rail about other dentists being like mechanics. Like, because people don't know shit about their teeth. So, like, they could just, like, fill a hole, like, or just say you had a cavity and point at a fucking bullshit x-ray and then just fill a cavity on you, charge your insurance, and just to, like, up the price. Like, this guy used to tell us horror stories all the time. And it's like, these people would get, you know, even if they got taken to court, they wouldn't get found guilty because it's like, well, no, I mean, it was there and this looked like it was a cavity and all like that. There was something there, but teeth aren't uniform. You know what I'm saying? So, like, just the way that they grow and stuff like that, there can be any number of reasons why you see some little something on the thing. So he's like, but by the time you get in there, you know, then the guy in court goes, you know, but then we got in there, we drilled it out. It wasn't 100% a cavity, yeah, but you know what? Now the thing's open, I got to fill it. So he just treated it like a cavity fill. Like, that's a simple example. But this guy used to tell us stories about, like, people getting root canals for no reason. And all right, I definitely like this situation better. I wish I was in this one. Ugh. I just had deuces the last hand and missed it. I mean, I should just give this up. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Traffic's kind of... He's getting to that point in the night where he's getting his nose open. So I'm going to have to pick him off, but I think deuces is just too vulnerable on the turn and river. Yeah, I think only the first one I went in and I was so young and I was really in pain and I called my dad and told him about it. And he was just like, yeah, it sounds like your wisdom tooth broke through and is impacted. You know, I woke up that morning and I had like a little headache, I remember. And then by the time I was like 2 hours into work, it totally fucking went nuts. And he's like, you got to get to the fucking dentist. It's just going to get worse. And it was like an hour later before I finally called the dentist. I was like, holy shit, he was right. But that was the only one I think I had pulled on the spot when I showed up to go, hey, what's wrong with this? The rest of them, I had gone in for a cleaning, and then the dentist would, like, test it, and he'd be like, oh, when this is going to go in, like, the next 2 or 3 months, and when it does come, you know, we'll set it up. And then I would just call and be like, I think my wisdom tooth is gone, and we would schedule it to take it out. My insurance covered the wisdom teeth, but not a deep cleaning, which is still need to go back for. It's done. It's $1,400, which I don't got. Yeah. Raise out of first and a re-raise on the button. I think I definitely need to re-raise. Oh, well, wait a minute. He's super deep, though. I think I definitely need to re-raise this. I mean, just to get these other fuckers out of there. I think we'll be able to discern pretty well if this guy re-raises what he has. He's kind of meh. This is kind of like an open, right? Because the under the gun was such a small open and then just a call behind. Nice.
I get nervous about those, but out of position, I just kind of have to. All right, we're gonna juice this one. That deep clean thing, by the way, that's one of those ones that can be a rook. Like, I would say if it's something that your insurance, if you have good insurance and it doesn't cover it, might not need it. I had one where the dentist recommended the deep cleaning for my brother actually years ago, but Aaron had so much work done on his teeth that he was like, he didn't want to do it anymore. Look at this. Limp raise. And it's a pretty big raise. Okay. I'll give it up. I don't know. He made the raise too big. If he had made the raise to like 10, I could have called it, but... Or 9. But I remember he didn't have it and he needed the deep clean because there was bacterium and all this kind of stuff. And the dentist gave him the choice, Dr. McNutt. He gave him the choice to do the deep cleaning. We were like kids. He must have been like 10 or 9 or 10. Look at this. Oh, it's just $6. And he said you can do that, or he can put him on a score of antibiotics, try to kill the bacteria, and then come back and check and see if it made a big impact. And so he did, because he had just had so much work done on his fucking teeth. Guy who always had the worst teeth. But it worked. We went back 6 months later, and he just needed a cleaning, no cavities, no nothing, and the deep clean wasn't necessary. And the deep clean is really traumatic. I'm gonna probably have to get one. I gotta go to the dentist. I'm starting to get some problems with my teeth. I was on some medication that made my gums inflame, and since then I've been having problems. No. I was hoping traffic would raise. Ace in the river sucks. Mostly because it kills my action. If I thought he was that strong, I probably would have bet bigger on the turn. I just didn't think he had much. And the ace on the river is the worst. I bet this one's super small. Just to kind of keep myself from getting bluffed, really. $325 open? Jesus. This is very nice. And another limp raise from spin. Oh, that was a different player. Well, I'm going to get out of there.
Traffic doesn't make a lot of proper raises. Spin limping again. He just limp raised. Yeah, I don't like the fact of letting someone do shit in my mouth. I like to completely put my trust in them and have no idea who they are. You can always get a second opinion. I mean, you know, that is a thing. That ace is good for me. I don't know here if we're ever beat. The only problem is he could have hit a 4, but I think we can check. Tens? You limp tens? Wow. I would have won it, but he was just so short, I can't blow him off of it. At least I shouldn't be able to. I don't know what the fuck that's all about. He limped tens. And then checked the flop. I could have gotten him. I could have gotten him on the turn and river. There was 15 left in the pot. He had 13 behind. I could have just jammed on him and he should have folded. I thought he might have a spade draw, though, and with no pair, my king high is good. Like, if he has, like, 9-10 of spades, I don't need to bet. Maybe that's overthinking it. But, yeah, if you ever get something like that, like, the only reason why, like, I had a bunch of dental work, I got 4 crowns, and the only reason why I did it is because I was going to that dentist for, like, 10 years, but I'm looking to make an appointment, and it's right around the corner from my place, but it's a new dental place that bought them. So I'm going to go in there and, you know, I know I've got some problems, but anything insurance doesn't cover or anything that I think is just bullshit, I'm probably going to say, okay, well, we're going to have to schedule that for another day because I have whatever, I'm going to make up some lie. And then I'm going to go to another dentist and get a second opinion. Like, it's literally like, I mean, Dr. McNutt used to put it, I remember him talking to my dad, because my dad, we'd sit there listening, and he would be telling my dad about these horrible dentists and things they did and these real scumbag things, and my dad would be like, really? I mean, they're doctors. And he goes, nah. He's like, trust me, there's a lot more non-doctors in dentistry and blah, blah, blah. And he was a real good one. He was an orthodontist and all like that. Like, he was in school for a long time. And look at this. Like, this is why I didn't fucking jam on him, because he's going to do dumb shit like this. So I guess I was right. But and I remember one time he gave the analogy to my dad. He's like, look, if you went in and your car was not running great, but it was running, and somebody said that you needed to replace your fucking engine, would you just take the guy's word for it? And my dad goes, no. He's like, I would take it to 2 other mechanics before I replaced the fucking engine. And he goes, yeah. He's like, that's the whole thing. And people just don't do that. They just kind of take the first doctor's opinion. Like, and the rule was always 3, you know, because some doctors can miss stuff. So if you go to one doctor, he says one thing. You go to another doctor, he says another thing. You need to go to the 3rd doctor, because sometimes they just miss it. And you're not trying to clue them in on what the other doctor said. You're trying to go, you know, don't go, this other guy said this, I want to check you for that. Well, then I want you to check for that. Well, then how the fuck do you trust this guy? So you just go in and go, yeah, you know, and you just let him find it. If you can find it, great. Yeah, I haven't been seen in a few years since school, now that I'm 21, and I definitely need to go and get on top of everything. Yeah, man. Take care of your teeth, bro. It's the kind of thing that can really, like, ruin your life. Well, this flop started out okay. It's still kind of good. I'm going to check, though. I'm obviously not folding to this. I just don't want to get caught in a check raise situation. The ace is kind of good and bad, because I should be trapping. Well, made the flush. Sometimes Soj has a 5 or like ace 5. I think I'm just going to bet the river. I don't think I get raised by non-full houses, so I don't think anybody had an ace, honestly. Maybe Soj had a shitty ace, but I really doubt it. But yeah. And it's so fucked up, too, because I haven't had any issues with my teeth or anything for a really long time, and yeah, I got the genetic lottery in my family. I haven't had many cavities. I used to grind my teeth a lot, so I ended up having to get the crowns. But other than that, no real issues. But that was a stress issue. But yeah, then I took some fucking meds a couple months ago to get my blood pressure in line. And one of the side effects is it inflames your gums. And when that shit happens, you can get infections and shit. So I think that's what happened. Kind of sucks. It's like the worst. I'm just going to check. Yeah, I don't think you can ever bluff this one. Ace 9. You just can't bluff that. It's just too strong. All right. Gut shot. I think we see a lot of full houses unless somebody's got like deuces. Sometimes this is, yeah. Ugh. That's annoying. That's annoying. Aces and you paid off. I was sitting there thinking Jack 9 wouldn't have been good after the raise. Snap called behind. Can we get a 4-bet in here? This guy's been sitting for 3 minutes. He might do something wacky. Yeah. Come on, Credible. Damn it. I really thought he might have had something good there. I'm just going to call this guy. Probably should have called that one, but sometimes I'm getting trapped. Or he just can hit the 10 and bet for value. But I think if it wasn't a 10, I think if it was honestly a jack is so much better. But a 10 is like very bettable. Because we're not going to be sharing the 10 a lot. We're going to be sharing the jack a lot. And when you have like ace jack, you can absolutely bet it. Because I'm going to have like king jack, queen jack. Pretty big pothead, so I can't smoke for 24 hours. Did you ask specifically about weed? Because I know that that rule is there for cigarettes, and it's for the mechanical nature of it because of the way that you puff on a cigarette. But I remember making the joke when I got my first wisdom tooth pulled. Doctor actually said weed was fine because of the way you smoke it. He said to smoke out of pipes, but you may want to look it up on the internet. This is, years ago. But he said that because of the way you smoke out of pipes, you're not like pulling. You know what I'm saying? You don't do any physical damage. You just kind of whatever, and then you just gotta try not to cough too much so you don't bust the blood vessels. But you can do edibles. Plus, the nicotine also thins out your blood, making bleeding more apparent. So, and not for nothing, but if you're a pretty big daily smoker and all like that, the havoc it's going to wreak on your body when you don't smoke is probably not going to be as bad as it taking an extra day or two to heal. You just don't want to develop an infection or anything. But if you have edibles, fuck it. I think I'm going to go take a leak. I'll be right back. Yeah, am I sat out everywhere? Yeah, now I am. Alright, I'll be right back, guys. Well, there you go, drinking THC syrup because you can't smoke. I ought to do it. Oh, sorry, was muted for a little bit. Oop, we got another 50. Dun, 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 dun. Why are you itching, buddy? I gave you your pill. This is usually his weird bet. It's kind of a good flop for him. I think he's going to have a lot of jacks when he makes that bet. But, yeah. It's annoying. Just any overcard, really. Any face card. This guy's just any two suited. Really? This table died? I really thought this one would keep going. I'm gonna bet it's small. He's never going to fold a pair to me. The jack on the river is kind of bad. He's also playing every two suited. So this is annoying. Does he ever have just one club? The problem is I don't know what ace of clubs he limps that isn't suited. Yeah, I'm going to let it go. Yeah, this table died. All these seats are reserved. Nobody's able to sit down. We might have a fucking issue here. I'm just going to call this one. I like 3-betting the bigger cards better. I think we absolutely call that. And I think we're going to bet the river just to kind of block. I mean, he's going to have a king a ton, but I don't want to get bluffed off it. There we go.
What about this table? I gotta wait 20 minutes. Oh, everybody left. Look at that. Wow, that was quick. I was going to sit down. There were 6 players. Literally everybody left. Goes down from 6 to 2 in 12 seconds. These tables are going to rebalance. I'll get on some 10 and Ls because I feel like I want to keep playing a little bit. Okay. Good time to flop a set. Sometimes he has a set of kings, but we really can't worry about it. Nice. Boom! Blind versus blind crime. That was pretty sweet. Look at this. Wow, this is a weird situation. So the price is there. I think if this pair was any lower, I would fold. It's so funny because I was thinking 6s was my minimum. Can he have kings and just be ultimately trapping? Yeah, but I think we just check and we don't even bother. Might win. There's a chance. Not when he does that. Try to make this look like bullshit here. It's a pretty good flop. Nice. Yeah, this table's dead. Alright, let's move this up here. And we're probably going to get on some 10 and Ls. Just because a lot of the 50s went down. Ooh, there's a 20. Oh, it got full. Question for you. So out here in Vegas, I'm only aware of WSOP to play on. And I saw you playing America's Card Room the other day. How does that work? You can play on America's Card Room. I don't know how to explain it to you. You're allowed to. I'm not using a VPN or anything. Sign up with my code. You'll get 27% rake back. You'll get a match bonus up to $1,000. And just use my code FLIPCASH, I believe it is. It's on the About Me page under Come Play With Me, the little picture of Lando. Click on that, sign up through there. You'll get all the rake back benefits and everything like that. And once I get confirmation of your deposit, I will send you $10 myself because I get a couple bucks, so I'll give you a couple bucks. I'll transfer it right to your account. I used to be an ACR Stormer. I'm not anymore, but they let me keep the affiliation. Because why not? But you can do that. You have to deposit through Bitcoin. Use Cash App. That's what I use. I just take money right from my bank account to my Cash App, then deposit it immediately. It's so tempting. And but these guys have been getting into fucking raising wars, so fuck that shit. don't need to get squeezed in the middle with my deuces. But it's ACR is unregulated, so you're basically on your own to report your taxes on it. But don't fuck around with that. But because they use Bitcoin to transfer the money, they're not violating any of the Federal Reserve laws. Like the things that had Black Friday scumped. If Bitcoin had been around, that never would have happened. Because what you're doing is you're buying digital currency and then buying onto their site with the digital currency. And I literally do it like, load this much money, deposit immediately. And I think it cost me maybe like $3 in fees from Cash App. And the withdrawal is fast. It goes right back to your Cash App in Bitcoin. And then you can take it out or you can leave it there or whatever. I usually wait till Bitcoin's on an uptrend, which Cash App will give you. It'll give you notifications if you accept notifications for it. So when it's on an uptrend, if you make a deposit or withdrawal, you won't lose any money in the transfer process. So it's just these little messages that say like, Cash App is up, 5%, or Bitcoin's up 5%. This is kind of stupid. There's a lot of 2 pairs and flushes and straights. I'm just going to let it go. I probably should have c-bet this one, but it's such a weak-ass ace, and I'm not really there for the ace. But yeah, you can play on ACR, man. I'm here in Vegas, too. I would never use a VPN. It's just a great way to get your account taken. Like, I can't play on fucking, what's the one? Ignition. Used to be able to. Then they changed their terms of service, and they stole my account. They were like, sorry, our terms of service changed. And I'm like, can I have my money back? And they're like, no. They're like, we're confiscating it. Like, we changed our terms of service a month ago. And I'm like, who the fuck reads that? And they're like, well, that's our money now. So that was fun. But the funny part about it was I hadn't been playing on there long. I put on like 100. I ran it up to like 700 because I banked some tournament for like 400 after I was building cash. So I was like, you know what? I don't really know this site. I better take some off. So I took off 500. And then like 2 days later, they confiscated my account. So they confiscated 250, but I profited 400 on the site. So they just took their own players. Look at this fucking idiot. Ten deuce. He's going to have a lot of flush draws. He can have some kings. But I think we just go bet here. King 4. What a fucking idiot. I didn't realize there was another poker site. Yeah. Well, that's an international one, so you're going to be playing with players all over the world. Wow. I can't believe this guy fucking called me. Sitting there for 4 minutes and he just fucking calls. That's so fucking annoying. I thought WSOP was the only one allowed here in Vegas. No. It's the only... See, here's the thing. It's not as though ACR isn't allowed. It's just that it's not banned. Because there's no way to ban it because it's international. So it's not endorsed or condemned by any state in the United States. The reason why other U.S. sites are blocked
is because WSOP is based out of Caesars, but because they're an international site and they're using Bitcoin, this is always a bluff. I should jam on this fucking moron. I know he's full of shit. Problem is, I don't know if he's full of shit with enough equity. Yeah, nice try again, traffic. So many outs. Jesus, baby. Yeah, I'm gonna get this guy. You can't do this forever, bro. See, if you're gonna make this raise, you have to make it way bigger than that. I can't believe the guy on the button folded. Damn it. Worst flop. That's fucked up. They should have covered everything that was in your account. It's not their job. You gotta realize that, man, that even on WSOP, they could just take your account. Flush draw makes it complicated. It's getting late. People are getting a little aggro. I think we go for a little value here. Should be good. Unless he just made two pair or something. Check. Okay, cool. I'll probably make an account for that. with them for it. Nice. Use my code. Get your rake back. If you don't use the code, you don't get rake back. And it's under rewards. You'll see it once you get there. This is a 10 and L. Aces is the time of night you want them. Oh, and my account wasn't taken by some outside entity. My account was taken by the poker site. So there's nothing to cover. They just said, no, it violates our terms of service since we changed them, so fuck you. This is dumb. These are the kind of pots I want to play with this guy. Not bad. I will take the free cards. He's going to bet the turn. Hit it. Thank you. I mean, if he has the ace-high flush, he's going to get me here. I mean, I could have done that with any hand, really, I think. Wow. I think we'll just call here. I usually 3-bet this, but I don't mind it in this scenario. Yeah. That's a great card. I mean, is the move to check raise? Wow.
Well, as long as nobody has queen jack of clubs. I guess pocket kings maybe. I'm going to go big, big. I mean, unless he has king 10. I mean, I guess that's the only other one, but he's going to have so many flushes. And hitting a running full house is never seen by anybody. Queen jack, not even flush. Wow. It's that time of night, folks. Guess I should move this 20 over here so I don't lose track of it. Aces again, same table. Raise. It's exactly who I want. He's going to think I'm picking on him, and he's probably pretty tilted, so we're probably going to be able to get the money in. Yep. Hold. Oh, come on. Hold. Look at this. I really thought I was going to lose that one. It's so many fucking outs. What the fuck? Jesus. 15 outs. God. I know they could take accounts, and that's really crazy. I will never have a really huge bankroll account for that reason alone. When I win, I go to the make a withdrawal at the casino cage. Yeah. That's always what you do. I mean, WSOP is fully regulated and safe, so I don't think they would ever have any reason to confiscate somebody's account unless they thought they were cheating. But I only heard about that happening one time. The guy turned out to not be cheating. Somebody just accused him. Hey, Luckbox, thanks for the follow, my man. It was bullshit because the guy was a friend of somebody who had cheated, and it was high stakes shit. So it wasn't even like it concerns anybody, you know, in the real world. But they just held his account. They froze it, and then when they refused his play because it was basically like too much heat, they treated it like a casino. They were like, "We just don't want you to play anymore." They returned his money. He just had to go to the cage and, you know, go pick it up. They wouldn't do a bank transfer because that was part of the thing. But I do bank transfers off WSOP. Come on, man. I don't want the fun to stop yet. Yeah, I'm going to play a little bit longer here before I kill this table, because it might fill up. Oh, there's another 10 and L I can get on. Ugh. Having fun. I wonder what the fuck I won that with King High versus Jack 10. Okay. That makes sense. Ooh, that's 6 on the turn. Ten sucks. I'm going to lose to a better king. Ah, we're chopping. The 10 sucks because, like, I should have the clubs and I could bet it, but if he has King Queen, he's not going to fold. So I think it's fine. Or King Jack, he's not going to fold. There's a lot of two-pair combos that beat me anyway, so I think it's fine. It's a limp pot. He's going to have some 10s. Okay. Sometimes spin will 3-bet quite often, actually, but at this price, I don't mind it. Easy.
Sorry, Nate, you're doing the most.
Just gonna check. Tempting, but no. I thought it was going to come out 6, 7, 9. I think we can open that up a little bit. 7-handed. I don't think you bluff into fucking 2 players. That's a nice spot to take it with the jacks. I can do bank transfer, but I don't like how it takes so long. The real problem that it has is their approval side. I got a tip from a guy, friend of mine, friend of the stream, Eric. What he does is he makes his withdrawal requests, and then the next day before noon, he calls them, and he's like, "Hey, how long is it going to take to clear my withdrawal?" And he says that they literally go, "Well, sir, let's look into it." And then they look at it, and they usually clear it right then. And he goes down the next day to pick it up at the cage. But they did say that if he did it for bank withdrawal, it would work the same way. Once they approve it on WSOP, it only takes 24 hours for it to get to your bank. So my next withdrawal, that's what I'm going to do, is I'm just going to call him the next day. He's like, actually, he told me that he did it once the same day before noon. And they just told him to just always call before noon to speed it up. Because all it takes to approve it. So this player called and then led at me. I think we have to call one. That 6 is kind of really bad. I think we check. It gives him a real opportunity to bluff here. Yeah, he's got the 6. I think he flopped 2 pair on me, honestly. But, yeah, so that's what I'm going to do is I'm just going to call him. Because it's just a matter of them looking at it, seeing that the withdrawal request is valid, and then approving it. So it doesn't take, it's not like it's, got to run through a bunch of channels. It's just that it takes longer, and they have to have somebody on the site saying, yeah, this is okay, and they just rubber stamp it. But if you call them, they'll just do it right for you right then, because they don't want you to get fucking impatient and take your fucking play elsewhere. Yeah, this is over. And I'm surprised this table died. I guess we can move the 20 and L up.
So the biggest ones are on the top. Yeah, sure. So these ones on the bottom row are all 10 and 0. Okay. Not the worst. Dun, 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 dun. Like what you do to call them is you get on the contact us shit, and you can either go through the chat or you can request to speak to them. And I'll send you a number. They're pretty good about it too. When I was elite, when I got it, they sent me an email, and I said thanks. I was wondering if there was any, this is a couple years ago. I was wondering if there's any way I can ask about this, that, and the other, and they literally just emailed me back a phone number. And I was like, what, really? And they fucking, and I called up, and they were like, hello, Mr. Cropper, how are you? And it was just like, oh shit. And then of course I got to use I'm really excited about that. We're only 12,000 points away from it, which sounds like a lot. But considering the fact I've already scored 4,000 points and I've only been doing the cash on here for not too long, I think by the end of the year, well, definitely, no, it should be by like September or October, I should have elite status. And when that happens, you'll know, because I'll do a vlog where I take Courtney to the fucking Diamond Lounge. Ooh, got a set. I got the same tip from them as well, but only for Cage. Really? I heard that it works for... I haven't tried it for bank withdrawal, but I heard it works for... it's supposed to work the same way. I like leading this one. It was like leading 2 pair. It might only work for Cage, you're right. But they just have to approve it, so... maybe it's banking, who knows. Once it gets approved on WSOP, though, I find that it's in my bank, like, within 24 hours. Well, no. It takes a full business day, and then the next day at midnight, it goes in. So, if it got approved on a Monday, it goes in Wednesday at 12:01 a.m. So, I guess it takes a business day, or 2 business days, but as soon as it ends at midnight, that's it. That deuce. Because he can be trapping an ace, but man, that deuce is nice. I think we win here sometimes. Yeah, he's got a 5. I only said sometimes because he's in the blind, and that just so favors him to, like, catch a slice.
think I do want to 3-bet this player, even though he's coming in from under the gun. He's kind of high VPIP and heavy on the moves. This donkey. I should fucking raise him right now. I'll get him. I just don't want to run him off. This is kind of weird. Six good. Six good. How long have we been going? About 2.5? It's so funny you're talking about like not keeping a lot online. I remember before Black Friday, I was basically paying my portion of rent and utilities by playing online with my roommate, and it was, I was mostly on full tilt playing the 120 man or 180 man. No, they were like 150 man turbo MTTs. So I would just play like 5 or 6 of those at a time, and it was so easy back then. And pay my fucking rent. But I knew a lot of guys that had a lot of money on there. And I was talking to one of them a few months before Black Friday. I was talking to one of them, and he was like, blah, 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 what's your bankroll at? And I was just like, I'm like, what? And he's like, how much you got online? And I was like, 1,000. And he's like, how the fuck are you playing with 1,000? I'm like, I'm not playing with 1,000. But I only keep 1,000 online, and because it's all I need. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to go through that in a month with the volume and win rate that I have. I don't need much more than that because I'm only putting out like so many buy-ins a day. And he goes, yeah, well, me too. Same deal. Look at this. I folded it, and I'm glad I did. I folded that one because I didn't know, and would have ran right into kings. But he was like, oh, that's ridiculous, and he shows me, and he was not like that good. He wasn't consistent. So he brings up his full tilt, and he had like 32 grand on there, and I'm like, why the fuck are you keeping 32 grand on a fucking poker site? And this is before anybody had any problems or suspicions. And I was like, dude, and my point was, I was like, dude, what if somebody gets your computer and they can password trace and find out your password and just transfer the money to a different bank account or something, like. And he was like, oh, you're crazy, and you fucking whatever like that. But I knew that shit was possible, so I was just like, fuck it. And I'm like, I'm never doing that, man. It just seems really kind of irresponsible to me. And I had made more than that, but I just didn't have it all at one time. I think I had like 12,000 at one time at that point. And he was just like, oh, you're nuts. 2 months later, he was the first guy that I called when the big thing came up on the screen, and it was like the federal government has seized all funds and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, dude, I'm like, tell me you got money off there. And he was like, no. The guy was like in tears. Like he had no, like he was pulling his monthly bills off there. Like he was pulling off like, 4 or 5 grand a month and just leaving the rest like a fucking idiot. And he actually ended up getting a job at some fucking restaurant. And it took him out of the game. And he did tell me, he's like, you're right. And I was like, dude, no, nothing about that. I'm like, whatever. I actually helped him a little bit. But he tried to get into a stable deal, and that didn't go well because everybody became live players at that point. But yeah, I basically called him up and I was like, is this happening on your computer too? And this is that
weird moment where we didn't know if it was real. Like, I thought it was a computer virus when I first saw it. I was like, this is bullshit. This can't be real. But then we found out the DOJ got fucking raided, or raided the fucking offices and shit. And he was like, yeah, me too. And he called all his buddies, and it was all on them. And it was like, oh shit. And then the poker podcast came up, and yeah, just a nightmare. That was the holy shit, how can this happen pandemic moment of poker when it happened. Like, you can't imagine. Like, and it was just a normal day. And it's funny because I had like $640 on at that point because I was down swinging a little, but you know, it's whatever. So that's what I lost. Tom Dwan the same day said that he guarantees that everybody will be paid out their money by the end of the year. You'll become whole. And it was, you know, it was April, but you know, that was kind of a big claim because we didn't know exactly the extent of what was going on. I tweeted him back. I didn't know Tom Dwan. I've never met him, but I tweeted him back saying, I'll bet everything in my account $642. And he was giving 10x. So he was saying he would take it at 10-1. And he never responded. Took me 7 years to get that $642 back. Emails back and forth and all Greg Raymar's work and all that kind of shit. And, but I wish Tom had taken the bet because I needed that $6,000 by the time the end of the year came around. I'll tell you that. Oh, come on. Nice. That was a good one. That was a good hand if I saw it. Which hand? Oh, do you mean the pocket eights over here? Where I busted two guys? Oh, are you on this? Are you on the table, man? Sergeant, quit being a jerk. Look at this. I don't know about this one. I think I want to just call it. I don't know why. I think it's kind of awkward. This was a fucking hilarious second hand. Single raise. Let's look at this one. Single raise. Check. Bets 2/3. Gets called. Gets called. I mean, what do you do with two pair here? I guess you just jam it, right? Yeah, he jams. Well, pretty much jams. He pots it. Rejam trying to protect, which is stupid. Overcall with a worse flush draw. Look at this shit. Wow. Guys, to dodge 7 outs twice, can't do it. That's kind of crazy. Was that fucker the one who raised? Yeah, he was. He raised out of first with the suited king. Join the table that you're in. Never play these bigger tables. Had pocket 10s. He had pocket 7s. We both hit 3 of a kind. Nice. Oh, where are you at, man? I'm looking for you, Rampage. I don't see you. Oh, there you are, Rampage. I see you there. Oh, okay. Well, let's look at your hand, man. Let's check it out. I can find it. It was about 4 minutes ago, so it's right about here. Where is it? There it is. So let's see how you masterfully played it here. So we see a limp. We see a raise. I don't like your raise, man. I'm going to be brutal on you. Your raise should be bigger here. You have pocket 10s. You don't want everybody to come in so easy. This player limps. Your raise should be about 275. This 3x is not enough. You have to understand that. You're going to let way too many players in behind. Like, if it comes jack high, you can actually bet, but if you don't make the right raise, you can't. So, you go ahead and bet. Get called twice, which really sucks. I bet you're thinking about shutting down at this point. Bink on the turn. The $2 bet is kind of good, but not really, because there are 8-9s out there. There is 5-4, which is still on a draw. There are hands that are going to see this as way too suspicious. So honestly, if I were you, if once I get called on this flop, I know everybody's got a slice. So I think I'm betting bigger, and if you bet bigger, you can determine whether or not somebody has 8-9. If you're betting this small, you're going to get raised just for shits and gigs. You know what I mean? Like, I know you want that, but 8-9 is a real possibility because you didn't raise enough pre-flop. But, okay, so you see a raise here. Like, this is the shits and gigs raise, right? This isn't the guy who had the 7s, is it? That's what that should be. Oh, no, I guess he does have the 7s. You jam, he calls. Believe it or not, he's going to have 8-9 there as often as he's going to... more often than he's going to have a set, honestly. But, well done. You got the money. Getting the money in on the turn is good. But if he had backdoored the flush draw, you know, your $2 bet, like, on the turn here, what if he has, like, a suited ace of diamonds, or the suited ace 5, right? Is he going to fold on the flop for your flop bet? Like, probably not, right? Your flop bet is okay. There's nothing wrong with it. But then on the turn here, if he's got the suited ace 5 of diamonds, he's now going to continue, which is why you have to bet bigger. And when he raises, obviously you want to get the money in, so I think it's a good, you know, coolery situation. I can't bet this one now. I'm not going to get any value. But nice hand. Way to go. I don't know what happened to your... I thought I marked you as friend of the stream, but I guess not. So, here you go, man. But other than the raise pre-flop, there's really no huge mistake, except for the turn. just because you're only gonna instigate bullshit raises and raises from the nuts. Granted, when you have top set, it's a different story. But you're gonna run into 8-9 there a bunch and flush draws, and the flush draw is gonna draw at you. Then you're gonna be facing a really hard time on the river when the flush comes off. But way to go, you got the money. In the end, scoreboard. What was that? It was a South Park episode where Cartman was like, "You got the scoreboard, SA." He was doing the stand and deliver guy. I remember. I thought it was hilarious, and he was talking about Tom Brady, and he's like, Tom Brady is the greatest coach that ever lived because he cheats. You have to cheat like white people. And he's playing basketball with the fucking kid, and he's like, "No, 1-on-1 SA. I don't want to teach you anything. We're just gonna play a little ball." So he goes to play, and he pulls out one of those baton sticks and smacks the kid in the fucking knee, takes the ball, and, scores the fucking basket. And he's got somebody working the scoreboard. And he's like, "Oh, man, you cheated. You can't do that." "I don't know, man. You keep saying I cheated. And I say, look at the scoreboard. The scoreboard says 1-0. And they do it again, and he fucking smacks his other fucking knee. So this is kind of weird. Yeah, there it is. Ace sucks. I think it's an overpair. I don't think I can get it. I think I have to re-raise. That's a great river value bet. Ace high. No shade either. You're playing much bigger than you usually do, so I wouldn't expect you to play it perfect out of the gate. Ooh, do we have another 50 and L? Oh, we do. I'm just betting big for the time somebody else has a king. It is possible. Also, I want to charge 10 jack over here, but with 4 players in the pot, I don't think betting small is a good option here because there's just too many gut shots and too many, weird hands that are like a 10, like a king's not going to fold there, right? So depending on what the turn is, like if a 10 comes off on the turn, I could absolutely, bet big. Thank you. And yes, I still have a lot to learn. Well, nice, man. Yeah, no, it's never shade. I'm just kind of, giving my opinion. I mean, people play different hands differently. I'm not even saying I'm right. I'm just coming at it from a GTO standpoint. But playing that far above your head, man, like playing way above your normal buy-in level, it's always tough. But congratulations, and you came out of it and took a buy-in out. There's a lot of 10 NLs, and there's a 20 NL too over here that's got a seat open if you're looking to play something else. This is kind of tempting. I think I like it. It's not the worst. I mean, that's not commonly a jack. This is a problem. See, this is the thing. You get into the guessing game. This is either the draw or the jack. So this is one where I'm giving it up. If I was suited in clubs, I would call it. God damn it. See, that sucks, but it doesn't really suck because Queen 10's the most common draw. I think even a shitload of heat here, I don't know if I could take it. Like, look at this. Like, is this ever one pair? Like, it shouldn't be, right? So, I think I actually dodged one there. I was pissed until that fucking bet came out. We're just going to go ahead and bet here. Pretty heavy. I think right around there ought to do it. I get snap called. The club comes off. I'm going to check back. Hopefully he's just got a jack because he should be checking back turns. Ace on the river. I'm going to check. I lose. Pocket tens. Like, that's the kind of shit. Like, I should have bet it again after the ace came out, but it doesn't really fit the narrative that I have ace king because I would check an ace on the river. You know what I'm saying? So like it would have worked there, but I shouldn't be like he should call the flop. I shouldn't have a flush and be betting the turn. I should only be betting the river if I have a flush. But then when the ace comes out, I shouldn't bet if I don't have the flush. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm going to get showdown and he should have more flushes than me. So that's kind of one of those ones where it just kind of ran out bad for me. No club on the turn. I think I do bet again. This is kind of weird. Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm going to get out of here. Full pot? Usually this isn't much. I think I do have to call because of the backdoor clubs. I mean, he can have 10 jack all day, so can I, though. I'm going to check the river. I don't think he bets. Yeah, it's just a bluff, right? Second pair. I mean, just what jacks does he have that he's that happy about? What did he have? Deuces. Deuces, deuces. Yeah, this table's dying already. God damn it. What the fuck? This is a full fucking table. Where the fuck everybody go? I'm just going to powerbomb this one. This is kind of like the best situation you can have facing the blind. And I'm going to lead out the 2 pair here. I get raised. It's not exactly a big raise. I'm going to re-raise. He's going to do this with Jack 10, all flush draws. It's that time of night. So sometimes I'm up against 2 pair here, but I'm always calling. Wow, set, really? Can I have a fucking 10, please, or something? That sucks. No 3-bet with the jacks. That's funny. This is kind of weird. Yeah, I think he has to call from his perspective. And yeah, I remember you already marked me in that blue shark, but not sure why it'd be gone. Yeah, that happens a lot, man. I got an answer once because some of my notes disappear on players, and I started keeping a notebook because it was just gone. And I'm like, what the fuck? I contacted support. They said that they use like several different servers throughout the day, and if certain servers get overheated, you know, they'll shut them down completely so they're not part of the, you know, hive mind of servers. So if I have notes on a player and it was created on one server and another server wasn't up at the time, and we're now running off that one, my notes won't appear. And then when that server comes back online, supposedly it wipes the notes because they're not saved on all servers. And I'm like, well, what the fuck? And they were like, yeah, there's really nothing we can do about it. And I'm like, all right, well, fuck me then. Oh, he had 4s. I didn't think he had a king, but I wasn't sure why he was betting. Sometimes he has a 3, but I should just win here. Yeah. Do. Wow. Second pair on the turn versus a set. That's rough. It's pretty good. So this player limped. So reasonably, he should only have pocket 8s to beat me. So I think I'm going to keep betting. Yeah, that's one where I think sometimes checking the turn is good, but if he's calling me without a queen on that flop, like, unless he has, like, exactly, like, pocket jacks, but he limped it, right? Yeah, no, he limped, right? He wasn't under the gun. No, he limped. The fucking big blind skipped him. Did you catch that? Yeah, he limped it. So occasionally he's going to have, like, aces or kings, but he would have re-raised pre-flop, so it's just kind of a weird one. Like, so I think betting there on the turn is generally profitable because he can have some king queens, but I don't know what he's calling on that flop with that he's folding the turn, like it'd be exactly like pocket 7s or something, 9s. Okay. Hey, OMC. Wow. Ooh, King Ball River. That's kind of gross. That queen sucks. He can have ace queen a lot. I mean, is he checking a king on the flop? Right? That didn't make sense, did it? Didn't make sense. Five ace. 5 jack. Oh. Surprised all these players came back on. Like, it got really low there for a minute. Like, about an hour ago. Getting 3-bet by traffic yet again when I have jacks. Yeah. It's funny because I was going to do that without without a hand because he's just kind of taking liberties here. Just because it's 10 and L, man, doesn't mean I'm playing it any softer. I want all the money, not just some of the money. Nah, it's too loose. Giving up a lot of those small pairs has really improved my hourly. Like, literally added about, my best estimate is about $9 an hour. Just by giving up those small pairs in earlier position, because I'm just not getting set over set as much, and I think players are flopping too widely against me. So, if you haven't caught on yet, I am going to. I'm gonna sit out. I'm gonna call it. I'm just too tired. I'm yawning too much. So let me see where I ended up here. I feel really good about it. This is the first like focused cash stream that I've had in a while. It's usually been tournaments, but I felt really good, so I got up. So ending at 24.30, so $168 in about 3 hours. So ahead of my expectations. So I think I'm just the adjustments that I've made have seemed to like really started to take hold. I've got my new ranges down in my head pretty well. Like I've had to study them. I changed things up about a week and a half ago, and I've kind of been like catching, wins here and there, but I've been playing a lot of tournaments, but like I haven't been getting crushed in the cash games anymore. I think the adjustments that I've made have really worked well, and this was the first cash session that I had to really do that full on. So I feel really good, and I think I was right on the ranges that I created most of the way, about 90% today. There was a couple of times when I had small pairs, but I didn't really have a range to play pocket fives in the under the gun 1 7-handed, so it's close, but sixes is a play, so I played the fives and, whatever. But yeah, so I feel pretty good about it. I'm going to go ahead and send you guys to a host. One of my absolute favorites is on, and I'll see you tomorrow. It's kind of probably going to be some more tournaments in the morning and then cash in the evening, and we'll see. Have a great night, and yeah, so I'm very happy with it. And all right, on to